Rich, creamy, ridiculously cheesy, with that perfect crispy topping that makes you weak in the knees. All right, let's start with cooking some pasta until al dente. That just means it still has a firm bite. Next, you'll want to melt some butter in a skillet, and then add some all-purpose flour. Stir it together until it forms a paste. Now season with salt and pepper. Slowly add warm milk and whisk until silky. Now for the magic, provolone and sharp cheddar. Stir until it's smooth, rich, and begging for pasta. A little Worcestershire. Time to fold in that perfectly cooked macaroni, coating every inch in cheesy goodness. Top it off with more cheddar, because more is more, a dash of smoked paprika, because we love a little depth in our flavor. Then bake until golden and irresistible. Just look at that. Creamy, cheesy, baked to perfection. Grab a fork and get ready to fall in love. Rich, creamy, and loaded with flavor, this chicken cordon bleu casserole takes everything you love about the classic dish and makes it easy and irresistible. Start by melting butter in a pan, then sauté onions and garlic until soft and fragrant. Sprinkle in flour. Whisk in chicken broth and milk, and watch as it turns into a silky, savory sauce. A touch of Dijon, a crumbled bouillon cube. These little details make all the difference in flavor. Now, let's build the casserole. Tender chicken, savory ham, and that dreamy sauce poured right over the top. Swiss and Parmesan for that signature melty goodness. Then a buttery panko topping for that perfect crunch. Bake until golden and bubbly, filling your kitchen with the most amazing aroma. This is comfort food at its best. Crispy, creamy, and absolutely delicious. Dig in, and trust me, you're going to want seconds. This chicken divan is the ultimate cozy casserole, creamy, cheesy, packed with juicy chicken and tender broccoli, all topped with a crispy, buttery panko crust. Start by blanching your broccoli for just a few minutes. This keeps it tender, but still vibrant and fresh. No mushy broccoli here. Meanwhile, mix cooked chicken, creamy soup, sour cream, cheddar cheese, and a splash of milk. This is where all that rich, velvety goodness comes together. Stir in the broccoli, then spread everything into a casserole dish and top with even more cheese, because we don't hold back when it comes to comfort food. Now for the crispy magic, panko breadcrumbs mixed with butter, giving you that irresistible golden crunch with every bite. Bake at 450 degrees Fahrenheit until hot and bubbly, and that topping is perfectly golden. This is creamy, cheesy, crunchy perfection in every bite. Trust me, you're gonna want to make extra. This chicken fajita rice skillet is a one-pan wonder. Juicy chicken, vibrant peppers, creamy rice, and gooey melted cheese. Basically, everything good in life in one skillet. Start by browning your chicken in a hot skillet. Sprinkle in that fajita seasoning, because bland chicken? Not in this kitchen. Next, we're bringing in the color, bell peppers, onions, and garlic. This is where the fajita vibes really start to kick in. And yes, your kitchen is about to smell amazing. Tomato paste adds depth, and then in goes the rice. Here's a tip. Toast the rice for a minute before adding liquid. It gives it a nuttier, richer flavor. Now, pour in chicken broth and a splash of heavy cream, because creamy rice just hits different. Cover and let it do its thing. After about 20 minutes, uncover the magic. Fluffy, flavor-packed rice that's soaked up every bit of deliciousness. Let me know where you're watching from in the comments. I love seeing where my foodie fam is tuning in from. And of course, we finish with cheddar. Because let's be real, cheese makes everything better. This is easy, cozy, and loaded with Tex-Mex goodness. One pan, zero stress, and maximum flavor. This chicken pot pie is everything you want in comfort food. Juicy chicken, tender veggies, and a rich, creamy sauce all wrapped up in a buttery golden crust. It's cozy, it's classic, and honestly, it's just pure magic in a dish. Start by cooking your chicken until golden, then toss in carrots, celery, onions, and garlic. Let them soften and soak up all those delicious flavors, because no one wants bland filling. Now, let's build that creamy sauce. Sprinkle in flour to make a roux. It's the secret to that thick, velvety texture. Slowly whisk in chicken broth and milk, and let it do its thing. Thyme and rosemary bring in that warm, cozy flavor, and we're finishing with a handful of peas. Because a pot pie without peas? That's just chicken in a crust. Now, into the pie crust it goes, sealed with a golden, flaky lid. Crimp those edges. And don't forget that egg wash for that glossy, bakery-worthy finish. Cut a few steam vents. Trust me, you don't want an exploding pot pie. Bake until golden and bubbling, and your kitchen? It'll smell like a dream. Just look at that. Flaky, creamy, perfection. This creamy ranch chicken and gravy is pure comfort. Juicy chicken smothered in a rich ranch-infused sauce that's velvety, creamy, and downright irresistible. And the best part? It's all made in one pan. First, season your chicken with ranch seasoning, salt, and black pepper. This step is key. You want flavor in every single bite. Now, let's get that perfect sear. Cook the chicken in a hot skillet until golden and delicious. Pro tip: searing first locks in the juices so your chicken stays tender. Once the chicken is done, cut it up into bite-sized pieces. Next, let's melt some butter and sauté minced garlic, because everything is better with garlic. Now, in goes the creamy magic. Cream of chicken soup, milk, and another hit of ranch seasoning. Give it a good stir and let it thicken into a velvety gravy that's just begging to be poured over something. Nestle that chicken right back into the pan. Let it simmer and watch it soak up all that creamy goodness. Right at the end, we stir in some sour cream to take this gravy to next-level creamy. Trust me, don't skip this step. This dish belongs with some steamed rice, but mashed potatoes or noodles work too. Whatever gets the most gravy on your plate. Rich, creamy, packed with flavor. This is comfort food done right. And now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from. This ham and potato soup is everything you want in a cozy meal. Rich, creamy, packed with hearty potatoes and smoky ham, and ready in under an hour. Start by melting butter in a pot, then sauté onions, garlic, celery, and carrots until soft and fragrant. This builds a deep, rich flavor base that makes all the difference. Next, sprinkle in some flour and stir it through. This is how we get that thick, velvety texture that makes every spoonful so satisfying. Slowly pour in chicken broth while stirring. Then add diced potatoes, thyme, a bouillon cube, and a little salt and pepper. Bring it to a gentle boil and let it simmer until those potatoes are perfectly tender. Now for the star of the show, ham. Stir it in and let it warm up, soaking in all those incredible flavors. And for the final touch, a splash of heavy cream makes this soup ultra smooth and extra comforting. Just heat it through, no boiling, or you'll lose that silky texture. Thick, creamy, and loaded with flavor, this soup is the ultimate comfort food. Grab a bowl, get cozy, and enjoy every single bite. This pesto beef pasta is the best of both worlds. Rich, meaty, herby, and creamy, all in one bowl. First up, homemade pesto. Fresh basil, pine nuts, parmesan, and garlic get blitzed together while we drizzle in olive oil. The secret? Keep it a little chunky for extra texture. Next, cook your pasta until al dente. And don't forget to save some pasta water. It's liquid gold for getting that perfect sauce consistency. In a hot skillet, sauté onions until soft, then add garlic, because no good pasta dish starts without garlic. Now, in goes the ground beef. Cook it until browned and crumbly, letting all those flavors develop. Tomato paste and a pinch of red pepper flakes add depth and a little heat. Trust me, this step makes the sauce. Now for the magic, heavy cream. Let it simmer and thicken into that rich, velvety goodness. Finally, swirl in the homemade pesto. This is where the dish comes alive, bold, herby, and packed with flavor. Coat every piece of pasta in that creamy, meaty pesto sauce, and if it's too thick, a splash of that reserved pasta water will bring it all together. Simple, bold, and packed with flavor. This pesto beef pasta is weeknight dinner done right. These loaded scalloped potatoes are everything you love about comfort food. Layers of tender potatoes, creamy sauce, melty cheese, and crispy bacon. Start by melting butter and sautéing garlic until fragrant, because every good dish starts with butter and garlic, right? Next, whisk in flour, then slowly add chicken broth and heavy cream. Keep whisking until it turns into a rich, velvety sauce. A pinch of nutmeg adds just a little something extra. Trust me, it makes all the difference. Now, the star of the show, thinly sliced potatoes. Russets or Yukon Golds work best for that perfect creamy texture. The thinner, the better. They'll bake up soft and luxurious. Time to layer. Start with a little sauce at the bottom of your dish, then add a layer of potatoes, making sure they overlap slightly so every bite is melt-in-your-mouth tender. Pour more sauce on top, letting it seep into all those little spaces. Next comes a generous handful of shredded cheddar, followed by crispy, crumbled bacon. Now repeat, potatoes, sauce, cheese, bacon, until you've got 3 beautiful layers stacked with flavor. Cover and bake until the potatoes are fork tender, then uncover for that golden, bubbly finish. Rich, cheesy, bacony goodness in every bite. Serve it up, dig in, and enjoy every creamy, crispy forkful. Who's hungry? I know I am. This slow cooker beef madras is bold, rich, and packed with deep, aromatic spices. Start by adding the beef straight into your slow cooker. No need for searing. Next, toss in a roughly chopped onion. In goes the garlic ginger paste, butter, a cinnamon stick, cardamom pods, and dried red chilies. Add a diced tomato, garam masala for deep, earthy warmth, Kashmiri chili powder for mild heat, and turmeric for that gorgeous golden color. Pour in a mix of tomato paste and water, along with tamarind sauce for a touch of tanginess, and mild curry sauce to bring it all together. Finally, stir in plain yogurt. Give everything a good mix to combine those flavors. Cover and let your slow cooker do the work. Once the beef is fall-apart tender, remove the cinnamon stick and cardamom pods and give it a final stir. Deep, rich, and perfectly spiced, this beef madras is pure slow-cooked perfection. Serve it up with fluffy basmati rice or warm naan and dig in. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.